In this module and in the next module, we prove the fundamental theorem of finite abelian groups. Here we split the theorem into two parts, namely existence part and uniqueness part. In this module, we prove the existence part, which states that every finite abelian group is a direct sum of cyclic groups of order of the form p to the power n. Recall that in the previous module we proved the primary decomposition theorem for finite abelian groups. In the primary decomposition theorem, we proved that every finite abelian group is a direct sum of p primary abelian groups. Here, first we prove that every p primary abelian group is a direct sum of cyclic groups, and with the help of primary decomposition theorem, it follows that every finite abelian group is a direct sum of cyclic groups. For this, first we introduce two particular subgroups of a finite abelian group G. Let G be an abelian group and n be a natural number. Let us denote the set of all elements A in G such that n A equal to 0 by G box n, and we denote Ng to be the set n A where n runs over G. Then it can be proved that both these two sets G box n and Ng are subgroups of G. Also, the quotient of G by G box n is isomorphic to the subgroup Ng. Here we left the proof that G box n and Ng are subgroups of G. We prove only the third result. Here we prove this result by the first isomorphism theorem, for which we need to define a mapping F from G onto Ng. Let us define such a mapping F by F A equal to N A for all A in G. Since G is abelian, it can be proved easily that F is a homomorphism. Also, from the structure of the elements of Ng, it follows that F is onto. Now to find kernel of F. Here kernel of F is the set of all elements A in G which is mapped into 0 under F, that is the set of all A in G such that n A equal to 0. This is precisely the subgroup G box n. Hence it follows by the first isomorphism theorem that the quotient group G by G box n is isomorphic to Ng. Now we show that if G is a direct sum of the subgroups G1, G2, Gk, then for any positive integer n, the group G box n is also the direct sum of G1 box n, G2 box n, and so on Gk box n. First note that G1 box n is a subset of G1, G2 box n is a subset of G2 and so on. Hence, the second condition of the necessary and sufficient conditions for a subgroup to be an internal direct sum of a given family of subgroups is satisfied. That is, G1 box n intersection G2 box n plus G3 box n plus so on Gk box n being a subset of G1 intersection G2 plus G3 plus so on plus Gk, which is equal to 0, the second condition of the necessary and sufficient conditions hold. So here we need to prove only that G box n is actually a sum of the subgroups G1 box n, G2 box n and Gk box n. For this, consider an element G from G box n. Then Ng is equal to 0. Also, G being a sum of the subgroups G1, G2, Gk, the element G can be expressed as G1 plus G2 plus so on plus Gk, where Gi are members of the subgroup Gi. Then Ng equal to 0 implies that Ng1 plus Ng2 plus so on plus Ngk equal to 0. Since G1 direct sum G2 and so on direct sum Gk is equal to G, so every element of G has unique representation as a sum of the elements of G1, G2, Gk. Since Ng1 is an element of G1, Ng2 is an element of G2, Ngk is an element of Gk. So it follows that Ng1 is equal to Ng2 is equal to so on is equal to Ngk is equal to 0. This implies that Gi is an element of Gi box n, and this is true for every I. Hence, it follows that G1 plus G2 plus so on plus Gk is an element of G1 box n plus G2 box n plus so on plus Gk box n. But this is nothing but G. Hence, the element G belongs to G1 box n plus G2 box n plus so on plus Gk box n. And this shows that G box n becomes a subset of G1 box n plus G2 box n plus so on plus Gk box n. Also, since each Gi box n is a subset of G box n, so their sum is a subset of G box n. Thus, it follows that G box n is the direct sum of the subgroups G1 box n, G2 box n and so on Gk box n. This result we will use to prove some theorems in the subsequent part. Now we show that every p primary component of a finite abelian group is a direct sum of cyclic groups. For this, we need to prove the following lemma. This lemma states that if G is a p primary abelian group and A is an element of highest order in G, then in the quotient group G by S, suppose we have an element G bar, then this G bar, that is the coset of G, contains an element X whose order in G is equal to the order of the coset in the quotient group G by S. Suppose order of A is equal to P to the power M. Recall that since the group G is a P primary abelian group, so order of G is of the form P to the power N, that is a power of P. So by the Lagrange's theorem, always order of A is some P to the power M. Also, for the similar reason, we can assume that order of G bar is equal to P to the power K. Then order of G bar divides order of G because there is an onto homomorphism from G to G by S, and image of every element G in G is G bar. Then order of G is less than equal to P to the power M implies that K is less than equal to M. If G bar equal to G plus S, then we have P to the power K G plus S is equal to P to the power K G plus S. Since order of G bar is equal to P to the power K, this is equal to 0 bar, the 0 element of the quotient group G by S, and this implies that P to the power Kg is an element of S which is generated by A, and hence it follows that P to the power Kg will be R into P to the power L A for some L greater than equal to 0 and P does not divide R. We claim that this L must be less than equal to K. Otherwise, if L is strictly less than K, then P to the power mg is equal to P to the power m minus K into P to the power Kg, which is equal to R into P to the power m minus K minus La. Since P does not divide R and m minus K minus L is less than m, so it follows that P to the power m does not divide R into P to the power m minus K minus L, and hence we have P to the power mg is a non-zero element. Thus, order G becomes greater than P to the power m, which contradicts that P to the power m is the highest order of the elements in G. Hence, we have L is greater than equal to K, and we have P to the power K into G is equal to P to the power K into R into P to the power L minus Ka. That can be rewritten as P to the power K into G minus R into P to the power L minus Ka is equal to 0. Let us denote the element G minus R into P to the power L minus Ka by X. Then G minus X is equal to R into P to the power L minus Ka, which is an element of S, and this implies that the coset of G is equal to the coset of X determined by the subgroup S. Now it follows from P to the power Kx is equal to 0 that order of X must be less than equal to P to the power K, which is again equal to order of G bar. Again G bar is equal to G plus S, which is equal to X plus S. Thus, order of X plus S is less than equal to order of X, implies that finally order of X is equal to order of G bar. Thus, we get a representative of the coset G bar here, which has been denoted by X, whose order in G is equal to the order of G bar in the quotient group G by S. With the help of this lemma, we prove that every finite abelian group is a direct sum of primary cyclic groups. What is meant by primary cyclic groups? If order of a cyclic group G is of the form p to the power n, where n is a non-negative integer and p is a prime number, then the cyclic group G is called a primary cyclic group. Thus, a group G is a primary cyclic group if it is a cyclic group as well as a primary abelian group. From the Lagrange's theorem, it follows that every cyclic subgroup of a p primary component Gp is a primary cyclic group. So, let us prove the result. Consider a finite abelian group G and assume that order of G is equal to p1 to the power n1, p2 to the power n2 up to pk to the power nk. That is, p1, p2, pk are the only distinct prime divisors of order G. Then, by the primary decomposition theorem, we have G is the direct sum of the p primary components Gp1, Gp2 up to Gpk. Also, we have from the same theorem that order of every pi primary component is a power of pi. In particular, since the order of G is p1 to the power n1, p2 to the power n2 up to pk to the power nk, here will be order of Gpi is equal to p1 to the power ni, and this is true for every I. So, if we can prove that every p primary component, that is Gp1, Gp2, Gpk, can be expressed as a direct sum of cyclic groups, then it will be followed that G becomes a direct sum of cyclic groups. So, let us assume that G is a p primary abelian group. That is, we can assume order G to be a power of prime. Here we assume to be p to the power n. We will prove this result by the induction on n. If n equal to 1, then order G is equal to p, that is, order G becomes prime, and so G is a cyclic group. Thus, the result follows for n equal to 1. Assume that the result is true for every group G having order p to the power m, where m is less than n. Now, consider a group G of order p to the power n, where n is greater than 1. Consider an element A from G having the highest order in G and denote S is equal to the cyclic subgroup generated by A. Then, as I have mentioned earlier, order of A will be equal to p to the power sum m, where m is greater than equal to 1. If m equal to n, then G contains an element A having the same order as the order of G. and so G becomes cyclic. So assume that M is strictly less than N. Then we have the order of the quotient group G by S is equal to P to the power N minus M, where N minus M is strictly less than N. So by the induction hypothesis, it follows that the quotient group G by S can be represented as a direct sum of cyclic subgroups. Here we assume that the quotient group G by S is the direct sum of the cyclic subgroups generated by Z1 bar, Z2 bar up to Zk bar. Consider for every Zi bar a lifting xi in G such that order of xi is same as the order of Zi bar in G by S, and denote T to be the subgroup of G generated by x1, x2 up to xk. Then we have G is equal to S plus T. To show that this sum is a direct sum, it remains to prove that the intersection of S and T contains only 0. So consider an arbitrary element y from S intersection T. Since y belongs to T, so y can be represented as R1 x1 plus R2 x2 plus so on plus Rk xk for some Ri in Z. And this implies that R1 x1 bar plus R2 x2 bar plus so on plus Rk xk bar is equal to y bar, which is equal to y plus S, and this is equal to the 0 element of G by S because y is also an element of S. Since G by S is the direct sum of the cyclic subgroups generated by x1 bar, x2 bar, xk bar, so the representation of every element as a sum of the elements of the cyclic subgroups generated by x1 bar, x2 bar and xk bar is unique, and it follows that Ri xi bar is equal to 0 bar for every 1 less than equal to I less than equal to k. Then order xi is equal to order xi bar implies that Ri xi is equal to 0 in G. Note that y is R1 x1 plus R2 x2 plus so on plus Rk xk, and hence y is equal to 0. Therefore, G becomes a direct sum of the subgroups S and T. Then T is isomorphic to G by S and order T is equal to order G by S, which is equal to order G by order S, and hence is less than order G. And by the induction hypothesis, we have G is a direct sum of the cyclic subgroups. Also recall that S is a subgroup generated by single element and hence cyclic. Thus G becomes a direct sum of cyclic groups. Thus, in the previous theorem, we have proved that every P primary abelian group can be represented as a direct sum of cyclic groups. So it's natural to ask, is such representation unique? In the following theorem, we prove that such representations are unique up to isomorphism. That is, the components are isomorphic. So, to state formally, suppose G is a p primary abelian group which has two representations as direct sum, namely direct sum of the subgroups, cyclic subgroups G1, G2 and Gr, and also have a representation as a sum of the cyclic subgroups H1, H2, Hs, where Gi and Hj are primary cyclic groups, and also assume that one is strictly less than order G1 which is less than equal to order G2 which is less than equal to and so on less than equal to order Gr, and similar for the Hi. Then it follows that R equal to S and every Gi is isomorphic to Hi. First, consider the direct sum decomposition G is equal to sum of G1, G2 and Gr. Then as we have proved earlier, we have the group G box P is equal to G1 box P plus G2 box P plus so on plus Gr box P. Since Gi box P is a subgroup of the cyclic group Gi, so Gi box P is also a cyclic group, and this is true for every I. If box Gi is equal to P to the power m and A belongs to Gi is of order P to the power m, then P to the power m minus 1a is a non-zero element of GIP. Since order of every non-zero element of Gi box P is P, so we have order Gi box P is equal to P. And since this is true for every I equal to 1, 2 up to R, we have from the direct sum decomposition of G box P as G1 box P plus G2 box P plus so on plus Gr box P that order of G box P is equal to P to the power R. Similarly, from the decomposition G equal to H1 direct sum H2 up to direct sum Hs, considering H1p, H2p, Hsp, we have order of G box P is equal to P to the power S, and hence it follows that R equal to S. So it remains to establish isomorphism from Gi into Hi. Since every Gi and Hi are cyclic groups, so it is sufficient to prove that order of Gi is equal to order of Hi, because any two cyclic groups of the same order are isomorphic. Here we prove the result by the induction on N. First note that the result follows trivially if N equal to 1, and let us make our induction hypothesis that the result holds for every p primary abelian group of order less than p to the power n. Now, G equal to G1 direct sum G2 direct sum so on direct sum Gr implies that Pg is equal to Pg1 direct sum Pg2 direct sum so on direct sum Pgr. Also recall the result, Pgi is isomorphic to the quotient group Gi by Gi box P, and just we have proved in the first part of this proof that order Gi box P is equal to P. It follows that order of Pgi is strictly less than order of Gi. So if order of Gi is equal to P, then order of Pgi equal to 1. And if we assume that order of Gi is equal to P for the first m components, then it follows that the group Pg is actually the direct sum of the subgroups Pgm plus 1, Pgm plus 2 and so on Pgr. Similarly, assume that the order of the Hi is equal to P for the first k components. Then we have the group Pg is the direct sum of the subgroups Phk plus 1, Phk plus 2 and so on Phr. Now order G equal to P to the power n implies that order of Gp is greater than equal to P, and so order of Pg is strictly less than P to the power n. So the induction hypothesis can be applied to the group Pg and to their direct sum decompositions, from which it follows that m is equal to k and order Pgi is equal to order Phi for all m less than I less than equal to r. Therefore, we have order Gi is equal to order Hi for all 1 less than equal to I less than equal to m. The uniqueness in the representation as direct sum of cyclic subgroups give us the following definition. Let G be a p primary abelian group and G has a direct sum decomposition of primary cyclic groups G1, G2, Gr, which are arranged in the ascending order of their number of elements. And suppose that order Gi is equal to P to the power Ni, then we call P to the power N1, P to the power N2, P to the power Nk the elementary divisors of G. If G is a finite abelian group and order G is equal to P1 to the power N1, P2 to the power N2 and so on Pk to the power Nk, where P1 is less than P2 which is less than and so on less than Pk, then the collection of the elementary divisors of the P primary components Gp1, Gp2, Gpk is called the elementary divisors of G. Now note that if P to the power N1, P to the power N2, P to the power Nk are elementary divisors of a group G, then G is equal to C1 direct sum C2 and so on direct sum Ck, where Ci is a cyclic group of order P to the power Ni and hence Ci is isomorphic to Z P to the power Ni. Thus it follows that in this case G must be isomorphic to Z P to the power N1 plus Z P to the power N2 plus so on plus Z P to the power Nk. Now I give some examples of abelian groups to make it clear the notion elementary divisors. First, let us consider a finite abelian group Z6 plus Z12. Then how to get the elementary divisors of this group? Note that order of this group is 72, which can be factored as 8 into 9, that is 2 cube into 3 square. So the two primary component, that is G2, is of order 8. So, using the result that Zm direct sum Zn is equal to Zmn if Mn are relatively prime, then we get Z6 is equal to Z2 direct sum Z3, and similarly Z12 can be decomposed as Z4 direct sum Z3. Thus, the group Z6 direct sum Z12 is isomorphic to Z2 direct sum Z4 direct sum Z3 direct sum Z3, and this gives us that the elementary divisors are 2, 4, 3, 3. Similarly, for the group Z3 direct sum Z24, the group Z24 can be decomposed as Z8 direct sum Z3, and we get the elementary divisors as 8, 3, 3. In case of the group Z36, we have the elementary divisors 4, 9. In the next module, we show that the elementary divisors can be used to reconstruct the cyclic subgroup of possible largest order, and in that case it will be easier to find the order of the elements of a finite abelian group.